A bunch of dots. Thanks for being here. How are you? Anthony, hello. Kirk and Jet, thanks for being here. How are you? Gloria, welcome. Yasmi, hello. How are you? Thanks for being here. Tammy, welcome. Yasmi, you look very familiar. I feel like I've seen your face around before. How are you, Tammy? Thank you for being here. Sarah, hello. Nabibi, welcome. Honeybee, hi. Isla, welcome. Thank you for being here. How are you? Hello, Tori. Lobster Pam, hello. How are you, Honeybee? What you got going on? Clarette, welcome. Melody, hello. Claudia and April, thank you so much for being here. Hello, Noah. You're just okay, Honeybee? What's going on? Why do you come in here at this hour? Noah. It's like 9 p.m. I did plan to go live a little earlier. At like 8. Yummy, hello. But I just showered. Got all fresh. Smelling good for y'all. Angela, thanks for being here. How are you? Jackson, hello. It's 12 there. I understand, Noah. And I'm sorry that it's so late. I'm sorry that I have to put you to bed with my sultry voice. Danielle, thank you for being here. How are you? Jordan, hi. So, Honeybee, what's going on? Why are you Riley, hello. How are you? Life is a pain. Life is a pain, Honeybee. What's going on? Thank you for the taps. Your voice is nice. Well, thank you. Hi, Jennifer. Thanks for being here, everybody. Welcome to the Loveship. If you're new here, click the follow button. We talk about love and stuff. We talk about relationships. We talk about being sad. We talk about being happy. We talk about whatever you want to talk about, honestly. Oh, look, Harry. Kayla, hi. Noah, you're going to sleep. Laura, thank you for being here. Where's everybody from? Is Noah the only person here that has to wake up in 6 hours? Hello, Zoe. Thanks for the taps, everybody. If you let someone shenan once, they'll shenan again. They 100% will shenan again. And that's so important to remember, CR4 chat. If you let your partner shenan once, they'll shenan again every time. Guaranteed. Gigi, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Clocked. Yeah. Roxanne, hello. I've never heard clocked before until the whole Justin Bieber thing. It's not clocking to you, is it? It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business. Steve, thanks for sharing the live. I love using the word shenanigans. I don't think I've ever said the word shenanigans outside of this live because you all love saying it. How are you, Superman? I'm great. How are you? Good night from Montreal. Well, Gigi, thanks for being here. All the way from Canada with your fake bacon. Miriam, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Serena, hello. Hi from Kenya, Nikki. From Kenya, how are you? What? With your fake bacon, your Canadian bacon. Kimberlyn, hello. Thanks for being here. Rebecca, hi. You like the lights? Well, thank you, Miriam. Fake bacon, you're too funny. How are you, Kimberlyn? Yenis, hello. Kimberlyn, you're the one from Lake Forest, right? Hi, from Scotland. CJ from Scotland, how are you? Deborah, hello. At least we have maple syrup. You guys do have maple syrup. Shout out to maple syrup for that fake bacon of yours. Doing well. How about you? I'm not doing well. I'm not doing well at all, but I'm here. Trifling is another word I use. Trifling's a good one. Where do you live? I am in Orange County, California. That's where I live. You prefer Canadian bacon over American bacon? Jenny, thank you for the follow. You're going to get banned for saying such blasphemy. Very well, CJ. I'm glad you're doing well. How am I doing? Not well. Yes, like Forrest. But a real bacon. Even Canadians are like, nah. Other bacon's better. Why are you not doing well? We don't need to talk about it. We don't need to talk about me. We can talk about you guys. You hate real bacon? It smells awful? It's literally the best smell that ever existed. Scottish bacon is real bacon? What's Scottish bacon? How's it different? Angela, hello. You're welcome. Is now bacon out of state? Hello, handsome. Hello. How are you? Pigs are just that pigs. Jeez. You don't eat pork either? Bunch of bacon haters in here. Hello, Shauna. How are you? Alexis, thank you for the follow. Honeybee be trifling with the bacon. Honeybee does be trifling with the bacon. Kosher? Look, if I were kosher, I'm making an exception for bacon. My boyfriend gets angry often, and when he does, he calls me names. Is it normal in a relationship? It is normal in a relationship, but normal doesn't mean okay, Alexa. If you're not okay, it is normal in a relationship, but normal doesn't mean okay, Alexa. If you're not okay with being called names, let him know. Like, I love you. I understand you could get heated sometimes. I understand you could get triggered by whatever it is. We don't have to use the word triggered. Triggered could be a triggering word. But it's not okay that you call me names when you're upset. Set a boundary. Let them know it's not okay. But if you're asking, is that enough to pathologize somebody? No. I'm sure we've all been guilty of name calling. I've name called before. But it's not okay. It is very hurtful and abusive of name calling. I've name called before. But it's not okay. It is very hurtful and abusive to name call when you're upset. So set that boundary, and hopefully he self-reflects and works on that. Yisa, thank you so much for clicking my little heart person. I appreciate it. Heather, hello, how are you? Shauna, thank you for the follow. We don't have steaks through ours, so it just has a little fat at the side, so it's mostly meat. Ah, nice little center cut. You love me? Well, thank you. No, I'm not kosher. I'm Italian. We eat lots of pork products. Salami. I mean, shout out to salami. I had no idea salami was pork. I never thought of it. I never thought, what even is salami? I just eat it. You don't like bacon and you can't help it? Honeybee, get out of here. You deserve your awful night. This awful night that you've been having deserved. There are more foods I don't like than do. Really? So you just don't like food. Vocal yourself with boundaries if you don't like what you're hearing. Bars. Roxanne, thank you. Roxanne, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Carlos, thank you for the follow. My name is Hang Chat from Thailand. Thanks for being here. It's not okay to call someone out on their name, period. Exactly. It's not okay. But it happens. Shirley, hello, how are you? Thank you for the follow. I like my bacon crisp. Ew. Crisp bacon is enough for me. I like my bacon as close to raw as possible. I like that chewy bacon. Do you have any food allergies I should be aware of? I don't. Cilantro. I'm allergic to cilantro and sauerkraut. Just kidding. I'm not allergic, but terrible. You got that hung look about you. Chill. Thank you so much for sending those. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donuts. And the roses. How are you? I'm alive, user 39. How are you? Ola Poppy. Anastasia, how are you? Oh no. See, here's the thing. The girl who owns the makeup brand, thanks for the cowboy hat. That's how you spell Anastasia. See the C? The makeup brand is Anastasia. I don't give a fuck what she says. You know, I know it's her brand and it's her name, but she's wrong. I don't like food. It's such an irritating task to find food. Can't relate. Thank you so much for the lightning and the roses. Our vibe, I appreciate you. How are you? Europe, hello. Better to be alone than to be with fake friends. I mean, bars, random things. Welcome to Talent, huh? Crispy? You guys like crispy bacon? I feel like I'm the only person that likes chewy bacon. Who in here is team crispy and who's team chewy? I always felt odd. I prefer chewy bacon. Glad I'm not the only one. Vaughn is the only other human in here. Everyone else, aliens. Tartar steak. I don't know what that means. I'm not super educated on food and what it is and how to make it. But I'll eat it. What's your live about, Lucy? This live's about love and stuff. We talk about relationships. We talk about red flags to look out for. We talk about how to deal with our problems. We just talk about love and hang out, and we talk about bacon. This is the bacon and love podcast. Vale, I'm fine. How are you? Norby, thank you for the follow. You like bacon burnt? Now this is getting ridiculous. Team Crispy. Trinidad, Paula from Trinidad, how are you? Corey, thank you for the follow. I saw you at the Uwu convention. Amy. Colby, how are you? You started, Mr. Bacon. Sherry Lee, thank you for all the green hearts. How are you? Thanks for being here. Jenny, hello. Chewy bacon? This is what I'm talking about. Everyone team chewy bacon in here. How it should be. Chewy bacon is the only way. Equidolly, thank you so much for the little heart hug. Hi, Vanessa. Happy Family Day? I mean, shout out to families. Hello, Tello. Raphael, welcome. Thank you so much for the little hug heart and the roses. Equidolly, I appreciate it. Sounds like a band name, Chewy Bacon. If it isn't another Canadian. Mandy, how have you been? It's been so long. Hi, Handsome. Hello, Don. Thanks for being here. How are you? I actually give my man the crispy parts of my bacon. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll eat all kinds of bacon. I'll eat it. But chewy's better. Good night from Montreal. Well, good night. Thanks for being here. The best smoked meats. P.S. You're great. Well, thank you, Gigi. I appreciate you. It's the Loveship Shell Rides. It is Loveship. How have you been? You should do a dating live, just saying. I should do a dating live in terms of, like, go on dates with other people on live. You're French Canadian? The worst kind. Hi, Ken. Miss you. I've been exploring. What have you been exploring, girl? Hello, Nicole. Greetings from Colombia. Claudia from Colombia. How are you? I've never been to Malaysia, no. Thank you for the taps. Been good. Focus on my company. How about yourself? I've been focusing on not jumping off a steep curb. You're a good person. I mean, I'm evil. I'm a bad boy. The worst kind, yeah. French Canadians? I don't think so. Shell rides. Like, make up your mind, you know? Which one are you? Thank you for the taps. Advice. guy in person. He's great over the phone. He ghosts me, but is always on his phone. So there's a guy, and in person he's great. Over the phone he ghosts me, but is always on his phone. Honeybee, that sounds like a textbook dismissive avoidant. So they're fine in person, but you notice, wait a second, you're always on your phone when I'm hanging out with you. But when we're not hanging out, you never text. It's because dismissive avoidants are always escaping intimacy. So that's why they're on their phone when they're with you. They're on their phone because they're escaping intimacy. And when they're not with you, they're probably still on their phone and they're just ignoring you. Or they're giving their undivided attention to their friends or their family because that's not real intimacy. It's not threatening to them. They're not losing their independence. They're not being engulfed by hanging out with friends. So that's something you'll notice with a dismissive avoidant is they're so good at not touching their phone when they're hanging out with everyone else. But with you, they're glued to it. Red flag. We don't date dismissive avoidance in this house. No dismissive avoidance in the Loveship. I mean, you guys can hang out, but we're not going to date you. You know, we're not going to marry you. We're not having children with you. Learn to fucking text, you know? Learn to communicate. Learn to cuddle. How about that? And then we'll marry you. But until then, this is a Loveship. Leave us alone, you know? Do you want more gifts? Be my friend and I will support you. Amy, empty that bank account on me, girl. You know the smell of bacon? You drop a corgi, I'll follow you back. Thanks for being here. Goodbye, user 39. Soy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I need to find a husband. I'm 34. I'm getting too old. I feel you, J-Man. I need to find a wife. I'm almost 34. I'm getting too old. I need to start popping some babies in an oven. Yes, he's unbelievably frustrating. Honeybee, it doesn't get better. Leave. Not doing avoidance. We are not wasting time on avoidance. Like, here's the thing. I'll help you if you're already in love. But if this is the talking stage, we're not doing this. Like, if somebody comes in here, look, I'm married to somebody, I've been in a relationship for years, and they're avoidant. Okay, let's figure this relationship out. You're in a talking stage? You just started dating this month? Get the fuck out of there. Leave while you can. We are not guiding an avoidantly attached person to health. They can do that on their own. We're gonna go ahead and date somebody who wants to hang out with us, you know? We're gonna date, in the Loveship, we're gonna date people that like us. You have no luck when it comes to dating? Well, Shauna, why not? What's going on? Saint James, hello, how are you? Dating in this generation is scary, though. Dating in this generation is very scary and frustrating. Why did my ex yell after me to ask how I've been? He has a girlfriend and we ended badly? I mean, sounds like he's trying to get it in, girl. Your ex is trying to talk to you while he has a girlfriend? Sounds like a bit of a red flag, girl. You want to date me? It's all about the attention. It's not there. Can you say 10 words in Spanish? Yes. See, I can. Hello from Thailand. Hello. What's the difference between near and far life? Not sure what you're asking. I have no idea. I don't know what a near life is or a far life. We have all these thoughts. Thank you for the likes, everybody. Hola, hello. How are you? So my ex still wants because he yelled after me. 2 months ago, he said he was happy with his girlfriend. Well, user 80. Your boyfriend breaks up with you. And he's all like, I'm so happy with my new girlfriend. It's giving coping, for one. For two, he's texting you while he has a girlfriend. Do you even want someone like that in your life? Girl, just block him. Exactly, Stacy. And do you want someone who's going to talk to you while they have a girlfriend? Who's going to be texting you while they have a girlfriend? Carolina, hello? He yelled at me on the streets. He didn't text me. Oh, he yelled at you in the streets? And what did he say? Oh, he just asked how you've been. The way I'm not saying anything. If I see my ex in the streets, it's on site. Just kidding. He yelled after me. So he was yelling for you, asking how you're doing. Men, not all men, but some need to grow up. I mean, for sure. In fact, 30% of the population needs to grow up. Castiel 82, thank you for the follow. You gotta ask yourself, is this how I want to be loved for the rest of my life? Exactly. My ex also asked me if I moved to the city and started telling me about his day. Tisk, user 80. Help, I'm chronically single and hate dating apps and bars. I mean, Angie. Felt. The way you're never catching me in a bar trying to date. And dating apps are torture. I like to slide in DMs, Angie. Get a hobby, slide in DMs. Go do a hobby that you think a guy you would want to date would do. And just go do that. See if you meet someone organically. Or just slide in DMs, girl. That's what I do. I wish I could help more when it comes to finding someone. Yarly, thanks for being here. Because I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers of where to find someone. You know. Feel the static, thank you for the follow. It's good luck out there. You know? It's hard. It's hard to find somebody worth loving. You know? Which is why it's always so mind-blowing to me and perplexing to me when somebody has somebody that loves them and they don't work their ass off to make it work. You know, they're over here with the grass is greener syndrome. They're over here super entitled, thinking everything's about them, unwilling to compromise, unwilling to respect their partner, unwilling to figure things out, unwilling to go through each other's traumas and just be healthy and happy. Thinking it's so easy out there. Being single fucking sucks. Looking for somebody to love fucking sucks. It sucks so much to find just one person to go on a date with, right? Not only do you have to find somebody to go on a date with, you then have to go on that date and like them. You have to go on that date and actually like them, and then they have to like you back. If you have somebody that loves you and you love them, work through your shit. Stop throwing away the baby with the bathwater, because it fucking sucks being single. And I don't think you remember. You've been in this relationship for years and you don't remember how fucking awful it is out there. You know, it's terrible. Finding someone new sucks. So I feel you. You're very cute. Well, thank you, Sheriff. I appreciate you. Feel the static. How are you? Would I still what? Veronica? I don't like my ex, but I have to talk to him because of our kid. That's unfortunate, Miriam. Thankfully, I don't have to co-parent, but if I did have to co-parent, the way it would be so fucking professional. The way I would co-parent, like I talk to ChatGPT, you know? Only when it's necessary. I'm not having conversations with ChatGPT all the time. If ChatGPT could talk to me, I'm not talking back. You know? It's like, I have a question, ChatGPT, or I need some information, or here's some information. And that's it. That's how I would handle co-parenting. So I feel you, Miriam, but I'm not being pals with my ex. Slide in mine on the... Oh, on your DMs. I was like, wait a second, girl. How old are you? I'm 33. Where are you from? I live in California currently. I've been trying to find my person in these lives. I mean, maybe you will. What to do if your partner talks to other women? One fish / fantasies. I mean, your partner's talking to other women. You tell him to stop doing it. And if he doesn't stop doing it, you leave. Veronica. Self-love, some self-respect. Honestly, it is. Social media has made everyone accessible. Social media has made everyone accessible. Agreed. And if you're not willing to turn off that access once you have somebody, yikes. If you're out here risking fucking up love because you like a little extra likes, because you like some DM slides, reality is coming for you when you're single again. It's rough out there. You're such a hard lover. Same, I feel you. How can I forget my ex if he lives across the street from me? I'm poor and I can't boo. I mean, stop looking out there, girl. Do you forget about your neighbors? I'm sure you do. Because you're not thinking about them, but they still live there. Just don't look. Just don't look across the street. Get some blinds. Natural. How are you? Very, very handsome. Well, thank you, Carla. Marilyn, hello. Do you believe in true love? Is it possible? I do believe in true love. What is your sign? I'll give you 12 guesses. How are you doing today? I'm great, Stormy. How are you? What if your friend doesn't answer texts once in a while? I mean, I have literally zero expectations for my friends when it comes to texting. Zero. The way I can text a friend and they have literally 74 years to get back to me. Like, I don't care, personally. Personally, I just have zero pressure on my friends to get back to me. You give me Pisces vibes, 11 more guesses. My ex was talking to his ex the day after I gave birth and tried to lie about it. Yikes. I'm so sorry that you had a child with that child. I'm such a lover girl, and I really hate how this generation is. Thank you, next. I mean, same, Stacy. I am so full of love. I just want somebody to match my love, you know? I just want somebody who cares when they hurt me as much as I care when I hurt them. Like, why is that so hard to find? Why is it so hard for two people who just care about each other to find each other? It's tough. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. Alex, I am 33. Annie, hello. I had to think about it. How are you, Annie? Thank you for being here. Dr. Headley, thank you for the rose. I appreciate you. Myrma, hello, welcome. Rogelio, thank you for sharing. Taurus, Aquarius, Cancer. 8 more guesses. Honestly true. How are you, Julie? Thanks for being here. I'm gonna slide in your DMs in a hot second. Capricorn? Capricorn? Heather, thank you for the follow. Do I seem like I have a personality disorder? Why is it that every Capricorn I know has a personality disorder? Roberto, thank you for the follow. 7 more guesses. Leo, 6 more guesses. You're a Scorpio. Sagittarius, 5 more guesses. You guys are close. David, thank you for the follow. Where are you from, Rachel? I'm in California. Where are you from? Sharon, hello. David, thank you for the follow. Aries, 4 more guesses. So close. From Sao Paulo, Argentina. Oh, Rachel from Argentina. Thanks for being here. Gemini. No. 3 more guesses. You guys got this. K. Lopez, welcome. This is my... I am such a dickhead because I just love this game. Aquarium. I'm not an aquarium. I'm not a Capri Sun. Hello, Emily. Thanks for being here. I just love this game because it just shows how bullshit how bullshit signs are. Virgo, I am a Virgo. There we go. It only took you guys 10 guesses, but you got it. K. Lopez, how are you? Thanks for being here. Disney, hi. Friendly reminder that stars don't give us our personality. Hi, Amanda. Well, what does give us our personality is trauma, unfortunately. She, welcome. Carolyn, hello. Is it okay if I slide into your DMs? Go for it. Slide. DM slide. Actually, I had 3 guesses. Rachel, you got in 3 guesses. You've met a few Virgos. Trauma bonded. Hello, Jess. How are you? Jazzy, welcome. Hi, Mary. Your ex-husband is into dudes? I mean, what a flex. I would love if all my exes were just into women after me. Like, the way I would take it as a compliment and and not a diss, you know? Nobody thanks for being here. I always felt like you always felt like your ex-husband was into dudes. I mean, maybe it was. There's nothing wrong with that. It's 2025. Love is love. But I get that, but I don't want to go through that again. April, thanks for being here. Truly, thank you for the follow. Hello, Brett. Lizette, hello. How are you? Giselle, welcome. Thank you for the tops, everybody. Appreciate you so much. How are you, Lisette? Let me ask something. Ask away. Show the muffins. Yadira, thank you for being here. How are you, Lisette? I'm alive. How are you? Thank you for the taps, everybody. Candy, hello. You're doing well? Glad you're doing well. Where do you live? I live in California currently. Rachel, thanks for the follow. Where do you live? Preparing to go back home as this internship comes to a close. Well, Siberia, I hope you had fun. Did I speak Spanish? No, I don't. Let me rephrase. Would you ever send me a message? Maddie, you're in California too? Shout out to California. Oh, and you're in Southern California. I'm also in Southern California. Louisiana. I've never been. But shout out to Louisiana. Anna, hello. Shout out to witchcraft, you know? How to talk to a partner who is so defensive? I statements. Nobody. You have a defensive partner? I statements. Talk about how you feel instead of attacking them for what they do. Hi, stud. Dino, thanks for being here. Nobody. I would highly recommend if you have a defensive partner. I mean, it's frustrating because you feel like you're walking on eggshells and you feel like you can't just lay it on the line and they'll be open to receiving it. I get it. Just open your chat GPT and give an example of like, hey, I have a partner who I suspect is a dismissive avoidant, because dismissive avoidance and fearful, you don't have to say dismissive, avoidant and attachment style. Chat GPT will help you figure out which one. Avoidance definitely have the issue with being defensive when it comes to talking about relationship problems. I have a partner who I suspect is an avoidant, and this is the scenario. How can I approach them with fill in the blank without them getting defensive? And ChatGPT will give you a nice sentence to approach them with. I statements. It's all about I statements when you're dating an avoidant, because they're just not open to conversation. You know, everything feels like an attack to them. You're in Orange County, Maddie? I'm also in Orange County. Hard no, totally get it. Not missing out on much. No, I'm not missing out on the voodoo dolls and the gumbo. Luz, how are you? Gringo, thank you for sharing the lives. Finally left my toxic relationship. It was on and off for 2 years. Well, good for you. Love the forearm. Love the forearm video. Love what you're doing. What forearm video? User 14. I was saying he isn't missing out on never going to Louisiana. Maria, hello. You're getting married? Will you marry me? Kaden, thanks for being here. Good night. Thanks for being here, Josie. Maria, thank you for the follow. Voodoo dolls. Did I hear you did hear voodoo dolls? Good morning. Hello. Maffer, hello. Jacqueline, hi. I wish someone would stop messing with my voodoo doll. You don't know Spanish? I don't know Spanish. Let me guess, Costa Mesa or Newport? No, but don't guess. I'm not gonna tell people where I live, girl. But you can tell. Tat, how are you? Do you have Mardi Gras and crawfish boils? Do I practice with voodoo dolls? I don't. But we have a girl in here from Louisiana who I'm sure does. She could help you with voodoo dolls. I'm 18 and no dates for me, and all the boys are like freaky. I mean, here's some advice for the youngins, you know? The way I wish I didn't give a fuck about girls until I was like in my late 20s. Focus on yourself. Focus on finding out who you are. Focus on fixing your traumas. You know, focus on being secure in yourself and being on a nice trajectory in life. You don't need to be out there chasing a husband at 18. Enjoy eating. Thanks for being here. You just give off the... I mean, I'm from Ohio, Maddie. I'm from Ohio. I live in California. I live in Orange County now. But, not Costa Mesa. Or what was the other one? Newport Beach? Mm-mm. What about you, Maddie? What part are you from? That's cool, but no. We live in hookup culture and dating is just not great right now. I mean, dating fucking sucks. It's impossible. Maddie? Oh, Jamie, you're in the ladies. Or, Jamie's could be a guy name. I can't tell you. I don't know what's going on, Jamie. Whatever you're into, doesn't matter. You don't need to be chasing a husband or a wife at 18. I never had a voodoo doll. Don't think I've ever seen them. I mean, you have to go to Louisiana. That's where they're at. Greetings from Cali, Colombia. There's a Colombia in Cali. Take out a little stuffing from your voodoo doll. That's hilarious. What are you doing in a car? Can cars be in space? We're literally in space. It's the Loveship. Thank you so much for being here. Click the follow button. I appreciate it so much. Drop some corgis and I'll follow you back. Esther, thank you for the follow. Raise your hand if you don't understand so we can tell you. Well, thank you. If I don't understand your Spanish, guys aren't looking for a wife at 18 anyways. I mean, some guys aren't looking for a wife at 40. Cali, Colombia. Maddie, thank you for the follow. My car, you mean my Loveship looks good? Thank you, I appreciate it. Ryan, thank you for the follow. Callan, well, thank you for the taps. Especially here. Some people live in their mom's basement at 40. I mean, in Orange County, who can blame them? Men in 40 is not looking for a wife either. Good night. Well, thanks for being here, Esther. Hello there, Tater. Hello, how are you? Fuck, Tater. I mean, do your thing, girl. Thank you for the taps, everybody. Jessica, hi. Bald. It's on speed 1. Where's the party tonight? Maddie, I'm not a partier. No, thank you for the likes. How can one man be this good looking? Well, user 14, I suck the beauty out of everybody that breaks my heart. So a lot of heartbreak is how you get this answer. This is the party. In your driveway, Jess. Can driveways be in space? We're literally in space. This is the Loveship. Thank you so much for being here. If you're here, click the follow button. I appreciate it so much. How are you, Jess? Tater.freak is the best name I've seen. I feel you, Brittany. Rose toy right now. Ladies, chill. You're so nice though. No, I'm not. Don't call me nice. I'm evil. I'm a bad boy. What type of girls do you attract? Sitting in the car in the driveway. Jess, this is a Loveship. This isn't a car. You're really cute and love your voice. Well, thank you, Rachel. Can I please gently kiss the camera? No, I can't please gently kiss the camera unless I get a cash up of 2,000 United States dollars. Tater going feral tonight. If you cash at me 2,000 United States dollars, I will gently kiss the camera. That means patient. Crazy and toxic one is the right answer. Here's the thing about attraction, Maddie. When you're attractive, you're going to attract everyone. Here's my problem, though, right? I like my girls a little crazy. Unfortunately, like the song says, he says he likes crazy girls, but he hates when I act crazy. Relatable, you know? I love my girls a little crazy. However, I don't like the crazy part. I don't like the crazy part that comes with the crazy, you know? Good guys are better, though, at least for me. Get it, Tates? What the fuck? Like if she's mad and shows up here at your house, 100%. If we're fighting, show up at my house. You know? Absolutely. A controlled crazy, the ability to, but using it for good. Yeah. A lady in the streets, but a freak in the bed, if you will. Those are good ones. You finding the visuals. It's showing up your house in an argument. I think it's romantic. I think it's romantic to show up to the house in an argument. But toxic people, narcissistic people, will use you showing up in an argument as scary. They'll call it scary because they're obsessed with being the victim. But I think it's romantic. I would love if I'm fighting with my girl and she shows up and is like, stop being dumb, and kisses me. Knocks on the door, I open, I'm all pouty, and she just kisses me. Cinema. We love that. Narcissists don't love that. Borderlines don't love that. The way they will use that against you. What would you do if you married a woman? Oh, wait, hold on. What would you do if a married woman keeps sending DMs and she told me she had a crush before marriage? If a married woman DMs me saying she had a crush on me before she got married, I'd let her husband know. That's what I'd do. Try being crazy. You don't understand how hard it is to be that way. I mean, for sure. I'm sure it's not fun being the crazy person. Okay, and I'm ready for the real question. Are you ready? I'm ready. Karen, thanks for being here. How are you? It's romantic when the guy shows up to your house mid-fight. I think it's romantic either way. And if you try to twist your partner showing up mid-fight into something toxic, go to therapy. Therapist right now. Don't show up if they blocked you. No. If I block you mid-fight, I'm telling you to come to my house. It's different. It's like, why were they blocked? Was this an emotional reaction? Are you blocking them to punish them, or did they like cheat on you? Did they hurt you? You know? And you blocked them because it's like, you cheated, or you put your hands on me, blocking you, don't talk to me. We don't want our partner showing up that. But if we're arguing and it's heated and you block, show up, you know? 100% show up. How are you, Dolly? Funny. Are you gonna show up? I'm gonna show up. If I'm arguing with you and you block me, I'm knocking on your door. 100%. Had 4 dates with a guy, but now I'm going on 3 weeks vacation abroad. How do we keep the momentum? FaceTime. Phone calls, FaceTime. That's how. Have you ever read the book called Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone? I have not, actually. When's the date? I have not read any books. I'm an audiobook person. Do you like popcorn shrimp? I do, yes. Do you trust owls? I do trust owls, actually. When's the date, Maddie? Didn't direct me if he loved me or not, just silently. What do you mean? Like you told them that you love them and they didn't say it back? Do you like Baja Blast? I do like Baja Blast. Do you like Easter? Yes. Do you like Christmas candy or Halloween candy better? Ooh. I mean, for sure Halloween candy. Christmas candy is special though. Christmas candy straight from the elf's office. We love it. Where does this candy even come from? You know, these weird little chocolates, they're good for sure, but they don't exist except for on Christmas. Candy canes, I love them for the first two. And then I'm over them. Halloween candy? Eating that shit all year. Screaming back and forth is toxic. It is. He blocked me after we broke up. Never had a single fight and broke up because we wanted different things. Who's we? Rachel. I don't believe breakups are ever actually mutual. Do you like tater tots? I do like tater tots. Panamanian petting zoo? No. Smile for me. How are you, Deville? Thanks for being here. Devile? You're so sweet. I'm not sweet. I'm evil. I always be like, who? They do always be like, who? Imagine telling an owl a story about somebody. Owls eat your Tootsie Roll Pops. They do. I'm not trusting an owl to count anything. You know? To Rachel's point. I'll trust an owl to an extent. I'm not trusting an owl to count. Halloween candy for the win 100%. My favorite position? Group or single? Carolina, hello. 33. Beautiful, thank you. Would you be mad if your partner demanded attention in the middle of the night and you were sleeping? No. I would give it to them. Here's the thing. There comes a point where if I'm so tired, I have to go to sleep. But I'm going to let it be known. I love you. I'm so tired. I need to go to bed. But it depending on the situation, if we're in bed together, I'll cuddle them, rub them, whatever until I fall asleep. If we're not together, I'll offer to be on the phone. You know, I'll go to sleep with you on the phone. I have no issue giving love in the middle of the night and attention if they need it. He didn't want to ever remarry or even live together. Damn, Rachel. I mean, if someone doesn't want to live together or remarry, I mean, remarry is whatever. But they don't want to live together? The fuck? I'm not showing up. I'm not showing up at the door. You don't want to live together and you block me? Thanks at that point. Millies, hello, how are you? I am accepting that breakup so fast. My ex hates me, I think. I mean, probably, Mo. I'm the one who said yes, it was a deal breaker, but wanted to change my mind, but he blocked my things. I mean, you wanted to change your mind about not living together? You guys just gonna have two different homes, Rachel? Some things you can't change your mind on. Some things you can't let people force you into being okay with. And that's one of them. Like that is an insane ask that we never live together. Betsa, thank you for the follow. You'd love some fun. How can you tell a narcissist in the beginning of something? So there's one red flag to look out for. if you're worried about narcissists. There's only one red flag that matters. And here's the thing. Let me make this very clear. It's not your job to diagnose people. And a diagnosis doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if somebody is a narcissist. It doesn't matter if somebody is a borderline. It doesn't matter if somebody's a sociopath. It doesn't matter if somebody's a fearful avoidant or a dismissive avoidant. It doesn't matter. But all 5 of those things have one thing in common. All 5 of those things have one thing in common. A dismissive avoidant, a fearful avoidant, a narcissist, a borderline, a sociopath. Can we guess what they all have in common? A fear of engulfment. How does a fear of engulfment present itself? They're inconsistent. Inconsistency is the only thing you need to look out for when you're dating. What does inconsistency look like? They cancel plans a lot. They can't stick to plans. If you like somebody, you are going to see them. Come hell or high water, you are going to see them. If you are excited for a Billie Eilish concert, if you're going to see Billie Eilish or Justin Bieber, what fill in the blank artist you're excited for, you're going to that fucking concert. There's nothing that's going to stop you from going to that concert except maybe a death in the family or your own death or an illness. Those are the only things that are going to stop you from going to that concert. You're their person, you're the love of their life, you're their soulmate, and they're going to cancel on you. You should mean more to them than a Billie Eilish concert. Remember that. So if somebody is constantly canceling on you, they can't stick to plans. They're not trying to see you. They're very nonchalant about quality time. That's the only red flag you need to look for in dating. Are inconsistent people who can't stick to plans. Because they could be a narcissist, they could be a borderline, they could be a sociopath, but at the very least they have an avoidant attachment style, and no thank you. No thank you. Hola, hello, how are you? It's been 2.5 years. Mamusha, hello, how are you? If somebody is mean, you're gonna know it. Caesar, hello. You're very handsome. Well, thank you. With beautiful eyes, thank you. Thank you so much, Betsa. Love bombing is a red flag. Love bombing isn't a red flag. Love bombing isn't a love bomb until it stops. Love bombing could just be somebody exciting. That's the most frustrating bullshit that fear-mongering narc talk people put out there, is love bombing. Love bombing is bullshit. Because some people just really like you, and the love bomb never stops. You only know it's a love bomb when it stops. So yes, love bombing is a red flag in terms of they're super consistent, they were super into me, then all of a sudden it's like their interest in me dropped off the face of the earth after 3 months. Then you're right. But that also goes back to what I said earlier. Inconsistency. They're inconsistent. You know, you're my soulmate, you're everything to me, I never felt a love like this. And then all of a sudden I can't stick to a fucking plan. I can't show up for the date that we planned. I'm canceling on you all the time. Not giving soulmate behavior, is it? It's giving, oops, you are a narcissist and you love bombed me. What cologne am I wearing? I'm wearing Fresh Out the Shower, Caesar. Ale Meal, thank you for the follow. Can button up that shirt, Caesar. Kania, how are you? Deli, welcome. I feel so called out. How are you, Tara? Good night. Thanks for being here, Caesar. I dated a true narcissist once. It was awful. Left when 7 months pregnant and finally got away. I mean, that's so common, Rachel. It's so common for a narcissist to leave mid-pregnancy. That's like one of the most common things they'll do. He used to invite me with his friends, but uninvited me to have same day, also to a wedding. I mean, there you go, Maddie. Red flag. Red flag. If they're a narcissist or not, who cares? All that matters is they didn't like you. They didn't love you the way you deserve to be loved, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Diagnosing doesn't matter, because, look, if you're a narcissist or you're a borderline and you love me, I don't give a fuck what your diagnosis is. As long as you're not hurting me, as long as you care about me. But the thing is, they don't fucking care about you, and that's the problem. You know, we have to be less worried about the diagnosis and more worried about how they treat us, because that's, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Somebody being diagnosed with something doesn't undo the fact that they don't care. You know, it doesn't make them care more or care less. They care just the same as they've been caring, with or without a diagnosis. Apple user 73, hello, how are you? Hence why I ended the 2-year relationship. I mean, Maddie, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for getting out of that 2-year relationship where this person wasn't prioritizing you. It's so hard. It's so hard to leave somebody you love. And it's a very painful thing to love somebody for 2 years and just come to this realization of like, but I'm not being loved. And that sucks. That sucks that I love you a lot, but I'm not being loved back. I feel you, Maddie. It's a terrible feeling to for love to not be reciprocated. You don't believe in soulmates, Apple user? I mean, you will. You will when you see them. Jesse, thanks for being here. How are you? I was his quote-unquote soulmate, but then he said the most vile things. Anna, hello, how are you? I left him, he didn't leave me. Good, I'm glad that you left, Rachel. Anna, hello. I got a dress heels and everything for the wedding, and the day of, he was like, nope, you can't go. It's so common, Maddie. It's so common to be uninvited to things or plans canceled, and no thank you. No thank you. If you're not trying to everything in your power to make sure our plans are solid, I deserve better. Pally, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. You've never been to a wedding? I've also never been to a wedding. I've been close to going to weddings, but I've never been to one. I also was dating somebody, and we had plans to go to a wedding together, but left mid-trip. Never got there. Why does the love bombing stop sometimes? Because they can't fake it anymore. They can't pretend, Colby. So love bombing stops because it's not who they are. And that's how you know if the difference between oops, I was dating a narcissist or a borderline versus, oh, I'm dating somebody who actually loves me, is they're just excited for you 2 years in as they were day one. You know, like they're still trying to make plans with you and see you just as much as they were day one. Where a narcissist, their capacity to fake it on average is exhausted around 3 months. Around 3 months, a narcissist can't fake it anymore. They can't fake the enthusiasm. They feel like they have you wrapped around their finger, and that's when they start to test giving you less. It's the penny method. Like, will you take $90 instead of the $100 I was giving you? Okay. What about $80? Okay, you took that. I'm gonna put $60 in your piggy bank, and then you're like, wait a second, you were giving me 100 and now you're giving me 60. This is weird. They're like, oh, I'm sorry. Here's 70. And you're like, okay. And then they give you 50 and you say something. They're like, oh, my bad, here's 60. And you're like, oh. So that thing that you complained about a couple weeks ago, now you're okay with it because they gave you 50. And they just whittle you down all the way until they're giving you pennies. They're giving you scraps. And double scraps is better than one scrap. So by the end of the narcissistic relationship, you are going to be so okay with the little tiny scraps they give you, because they condition you to take less and less and less love and affection and intimacy and closeness. But that's where the love bombing stops, because they just don't have the emotional capacity, and they fear intimacy. They fear closeness. They have an engulfment fear. So once the relationship starts to feel real, once it starts to feel safe, they freak the fuck out and they have to ruin it. So that's why the love bombing stops. They just don't have the capacity to keep going. And they're also terrified to keep going. They can't keep going. Because for a narcissist whose core wound is engulfment, you getting close means they lose their independence. They lose control over themselves. It's a misconception that narcissists are controlling. They're afraid of being controlled more so than they are controlling. They control closeness. He actually said my baby was his insurance policy. What the fuck? He thought I'd never leave. I mean, exactly. They'll have babies with you to keep you around. 100%. Keelan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. That's not even the craziest thing. Relationships are sacrificed between the two. Exactly, Apple user. And narcissists do not want to sacrifice. Narcissists are insanely selfish, entitled. They're not willing to give anything. They're not willing to give up any of their independence. They're not willing to sacrifice anything. They're not willing to make you comfortable. It's all about what gives them joy, what gives them supply, and they're not budging. They don't care how uncomfortable you are. They don't care to compromise. And that's another red flag. That's another sign you are with a narcissist. They won't meet you in the middle. You tell them something hurts and they say too bad. You're insecure, you're jealous, you're controlling. That's what a narcissist says. You're insecure, you're jealous, you're controlling. They give you labels instead of comfort, instead of peace. But you're 100% right, Apple user. Relationships are sacrificed between two people. Both of you have to sacrifice your own comfort and your own peace for each other and meet in the middle. A middle ground where you can both, keyword, both be happy. There's no healthy relationship where one person gets their way entirely. Some subjects it's easy to get your way entirely because they agree with you 100%. But if they don't agree with you 100%, maybe they'll agree with you 30%. Maybe they'll agree with you 80%. You have those discussions, and narcissists won't have those discussions. They won't meet you in the middle. They'll just throw labels at you because they don't care about you. Any tips on reconciling with an ex? Well, what happened, Christian? I finally was able to finalize the divorce from the super narcissist. It was 5-year divorce case. 5 years to divorce somebody? Damn. She was a narc, but I believe there are some genuine moments she did have. Christian, no. If she's a narcissist, no. We're not getting that ex back, Christian. Have some self-respect. Have some dignity, Christian. Narcissists are incapable of loving you. They can never love you. This is an addiction. This isn't love. You do not... Here's the thing. I'm not going to say you didn't love that narcissist. You probably did love that narcissist. You probably loved that narcissist super deeply. Unfortunately, this is limerence and they're incapable of loving you back. So, let that girl grow. With love. Love her from a distance. Because she'll never love you back. She'll always torture you and she'll cheat on you at the end. A narcissist has to throw you away. And if they can, they will. The only time a narcissist doesn't throw you away is because they can't. There's no... Narcissists try to monkey branch, and if they don't have a branch to grab onto, that's the only reason That's the only reason they haven't let you go. But the moment they have a new branch to grab onto, see you later. We don't date narcissists in this house. Ever been with someone that only hangs out with their friends alone? Absolutely, Maddie. My first narcissist. I've dated 2 narcissists. One I don't really count as a relationship. It only lasted like 2 weeks, so I don't really count her. But I had a 3.5-year relationship with a narcissist who would only hang out with their friends alone. And hanging out with their friends alone is only, because it's okay to do it every once in a while, but only and mostly is a red flag, because the reason that they want to hang out with their friends alone is so they can triangulate, so they can collect flying monkeys, so they can fabricate stories, so they can make you seem like a bad person. So then when they're with their friends are going to help them supply collect. Their friends are going to serve new supply to your partner on a silver platter because they dislike you so much, because of all the stories that they're fabricating to their friends. You know, your partner hanging out with their friends alone is gonna talk how controlling you are. For example, I have a video about triangulation. Something very common that a narcissist will do is they'll plan to hang out with their friends, and they'll let you know they're going to hang out with their friends, and everything is fine. Like, okay, you're going to have some friend time. Awesome. I'll either hang out at the house. I'll go do something too. And they're like, of course. And you ask them naturally, what time do you think you'll be home? And they'll say something like, I'll be home around like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And you're like, cool. Here's the thing. You know that they're going to try to be home around 9. The friend doesn't know this. The narcissist keeps the out to their friend a secret. They don't tell their friends, yeah, I told my partner I'd be home around 9, so I'm going to leave. They don't do that. Instead, 9 o'clock comes around. You text them, where are you? They're still there. They're still there. And the narcissist shows the phone to their friends. Look how crazy they are. They're so controlling. They know I'm hanging out with you. And they're just blowing up my phone. They're blowing up my phone, and then they text you back, stop blowing up my phone. And you're like, what the fuck? You said you would be home at 9. And now you're angry. And because you're angry, they have an excuse to stay longer. And this whole time, they're just talking to their friend of how controlling and crazy you are. Because your friend is like, wow, your partner's so crazy that they don't like you hanging out with your friend. But you never had an issue with them hanging out with their friend. You have an issue with your partner not coming back when they said they were going to come back. You have an issue with your partner being inconsistent. You have an issue with your partner now being untrustworthy. This is how triangulation starts. This is how you start hating their friend and their friend starts hating you. Because them hanging out with their friend equals a mystery of when they'll be home. And to their friend, them hanging out with you means, oh, your crazy girlfriend or your crazy boyfriend's going to be texting you the entire time. Because narcissists have a hard time coming home. They have an easy time meeting up with distractions. They have an easy time escaping the relationship, but they have a hard time coming back to the relationship. They have a hard time meeting up with you. They're always late for you, but they're always early with their friends. And the most important is to see how they treat their family members, especially their mother. I mean, for sure, a mother worshiper, red flag, 100%. Isaac, thank you for the follow. Might also mess with my sleep. When you're sleep deprived, you're easy to brainwash. That's also another common thing. They won't let you sleep. They'll keep trying to wake you. Yeah, see, thank you for the follow. Fun size, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Christian, thank you for the follow. I just watched your live for 5 minutes and already can tell you're an awesome person. Well, I'm not. I'm evil. I'm a bad boy. Thanks for being here. Nate, thanks for the follow. Paola, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. One time I was yelled at so loud that his mom came out and had to walk me out and stop him. Damn. He had several branches, led double life. The double life thing is crazy. Pray for a verbally abusive person to not harm me. Well, Camille, you're in our thoughts. Thanks for being here. I think there's more to the story you could know. I believe she did love and have these soul level moments, but overall, it wasn't in a realistic way. Christian. You love this girl. She cannot love you back. She can't. Carlos, thank you for the rose. And that's the most heartbreaking thing to realize, but also the most freeing thing to realize. Your love for that person who you think has a narcissistic personality disorder, let's say that they do. Let's pretend that they do. Maybe they're already diagnosed. If this person is truly a narcissist, Christian, they are incapable of love. This isn't me on some inspirational bullshit. This is reality. Reality is narcissists can't love. They're incapable. This isn't some fluffy bullshit. It's reality. They can't love you back. It sucks, but it is what it is. It's limerence, if you think otherwise. I'm on a month-long break. My boyfriend initiated it, and our communication is better until... thanks for the follow. Until I shared I wanted to tell him he mattered to me. I love him very much. And he was a bit quiet today. Some narcissists are nice. Narcissists are very nice to everyone except for you. Narcissists are extremely nice to everyone except the person it matters to. Despite everything that happened, I always think it's because a narcissist is nice to everybody because there's no emotional capacity to be anything but. You know, like, it's so easy for a narcissist to put on a mask to the world because it's so temporary. You know, there's no expectations. But to be nice to somebody with expectations of love and connection and closeness and intimacy, they can't keep that facade up. If you have actual wants and needs, they're not going to be nice to you for long. Narcissists are nice to everybody else because they don't expect anything from them. You know, they can be charming and the life of the party and very charismatic, and they can be very charitable and giving and helpful because they only have to be that for like 10 minutes, you know? And public image is everything to them. Despite everything that happened, I always think of us, and it's hard. It's very hard, Christian. It's very hard to fall in love with somebody with a personality disorder. I feel you. It's very hard to accept the reality where we're both not talking. I mean, felt. I called 63 times one time because he was at a party lake with his friends and didn't come back. He said he'd be back in 8 hours. Exactly, Maddie. Ding, 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 ding. Narcissistic personality disorder. That's what it's like dating a narcissist. You have to call 63 times, and now you're the crazy person for calling 63 times. That's how it works. Look how crazy Maddie is. She called me 63 times. She knew I was going to be here. The way my girlfriend can call me 10,000 times. My girlfriend can call me 10,000 times in a row, and I will never call her crazy. In fact, I will feel bad that it took 10,000 calls for me to notice she was trying to get a hold of me. I'll feel bad for it. I'm not going to make her feel bad for trying to get a hold of me. Another red flag. Another red flag. You're a crazy person for trying to get a hold of me. The fuck? What the fuck do you mean? You're my partner. You're supposed to be reachable to me. We're in a relationship. MYM, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And you can back early because they said when they'd be home. You're very sensible. Well, Olivia, shout out to being sensible. My crazy ex called his mom by her first name. Don't call her mom. Christina, thank you for the follow. Olivia, thank you for the follow. Elmo After Dark, how are you? Greetings from Argentina. Thanks for being here, Rebecca. Carlos, thank you for the follow. Very handsome, thank you. Thank you for the rose, Carlos. Junior, thank you for the follow. Lord S, thank you for the follow. Can you do me a favor? Maybe, Neptar. What's the favor? Unknown Girl, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Emily, thank you for the follow. Heard a man say good girl today, so I turned around, but he was talking to his dog. I mean, I'm writing that down. Take a dog for a walk and say good girl. Can a romantic thing happen for me for once? I mean, not a bad idea. Not a bad strategy. Not a bad strategy to pick up women. Hi from Ecuador. Hello. Did you watch the new movie Superman? I did watch the new movie Superman. I loved it. It was really good. Everything was half crazy, half amazing. I mean, Christian, I know. Trust me. Trust me, I know. When it's good, it's good. But unfortunately, they don't love you. And that's the part you have to remember. No matter how good the good was, at the end of the day, when something hurt you, they didn't care. When something bothered you, they didn't care. What they cared about was themselves. What they cared about was their supply. And remember that. They didn't care about you. They didn't care about your peace. They didn't care about protecting your peace. They didn't care about making you feel secure. They didn't care about respecting you. They cared about what gave them attention. They cared about what made them feel good. They cared about supply. They cared about sabotaging the relationship. They cared about keeping you at arm's length and not letting you in. Because intimacy means I lose my identity. Intimacy means you see who I really am, and it's not this facade that I show the world. And if I let you too close, you're going to see that. If I let you too close, you're going to see the truth that I'm not shit. Welcome to a narcissist. What if she hacks your phone? What if my girlfriend hacks my phone? Go for it. Go for it, girl. See what you got to see. Janelle, thanks for being here. You're the boyfriend I need in my life. Anyways, gonna dial up. We had about 15 big arguments with the first 3 months of dating. And I broke up, then went back. Exactly what he did. I was even supposed to go on that trip, and he left me behind. Yeah, you leave me behind for a trip even one time, I'm not going to be there when you come back. Elmo. Elmo with the drips. Hello, Elmo. How are you? Hi, Miranda. You're pretty. Thank you, Carly. One time, I told her I was feeling sick, and she said, okay. But if you weren't feeling that way, would you get busy on me? Like, who says that when I'm hurting? One time, I told her I was feeling sick, and she said, okay. But if you weren't feeling that way, would you get Busy on me? Like, is that what you mean? Because if I'm sick, I'm good. I'll get busy. I'll get busy if I'm sick. But I mean, I would any other time she wanted to. Got you. Last week this happened. Like eyebrow busy. I mean, if I'm capable, yes. Angie, thanks for being here. If I'm capable, the answer is yes. If I'm capable, I'm not turning it down. Presley, thanks for being here. Haiti in the house. Frankie from Haiti, how are you? Thanks for being here. I'm just saying overall I would. It just felt like a lack of empathy all the time, no matter what. I feel you, Christian. Frankie, thank you for the follow. Paulo, hi. No, most welcome. Christy, thank you for the follow. How are you, Cole? Cole, thank you so much for clicking the little heart person. I appreciate it. Kaylee, hi. Thank you for the follows already. I was in a building that was on fire. Oh. You were in a building that was on fire in Huntington Beach last week? Is that what HB means? Chelsea, thanks for being here. Only assuming because you said you lived in Orange County also. She said yes. She said I abandoned her for spending time with my aunt, who I hadn't seen in 7 years, even though we were in a long distance relationship. I mean, Christian, she sounded more borderline, to be real. It sounds like you were dealing with a borderline more than a narcissist. Your comments weren't going through. You know, sometimes it filters weird. Natalie, how are you? Thanks for being here. I'm well. Zero Cole. Zero rainbows, but shout out to rainbows, you know? Shout out to sparkles. Shout out to pink. The zero. I have a lot of stories. She also doesn't have her son. Vanya, thank you for the follow. Spanish? No. Handsome, thank you. Greetings from Italy, 2000s pop hits. Now that's what I call 2000s pop hits. Thanks for being here from Italy. I believe she had a lot going on, like borderline and also skins. I mean, probably just borderline, honestly. Borderlines feel like they have a lot going on because there is a lot going on, Christian. There is a lot going on with the BPD. It's literally the borderline of psychosis and neurosis. You know, they have a simultaneous fear of abandonment and engulfment all at once. It's like dating an anxious person and an avoidant at the same time, but they're both simultaneously, and there's no right answer. They will want you to they'll want to crawl into your skin, and then they'll be over it in 5 seconds and want you to be a million feet away. all within 2 breaths. You know, you'll give them cuddles and like, over it. Now get all the way the fuck over there. Leave me alone. Have you ever been line dancing? No. I've never danced in my entire life. You look very much like Superman. Just blonde? Metallic brown? Well, thank you. Hello, Mandy. How are you? How you doing? I'm doing great. 2000 pop hits. Not Mandy, not more. Are you sure? I feel like that's what Mandy Moore would say. I feel like only Mandy Moore would pretend to not be Mandy Moore. I have a feeling you are Mandy Moore. She told me she believed that people were outside watching her and she could hear angels singing. I mean, some borderlines, not all of them. Not all borderlines. Some borderlines do have sonic hallucinations, so they will hear things, and borderlines are also very paranoid. So I could understand why you would think she is schizophrenic. But it's not all. But some do have sonic hallucinations. Thank you so much for the follow. Jackie, hello. You hit the right live. Coastal Clarity, how are you? That people were using direct energy weapons on her. Oh no. Coastal Clarity, thank you for the follow. She thought she had telekinesis. Christian, what the fuck? And was in mind control programs as a kid. I'm being 100%. Yeah. This sounds like Christian. I would be more worried about sociopathy than I would be narcissism. What the fuck? Never dance? I've never danced. You're taking me dancing, Maddie? Andy, I'm good as well. How are you? I dated a woman with BPD, and no disrespect to them. And no disrespect to them if you put in the work. Dorian, thank you for the follow. Paulo, hello. Eliza, thank you for being here. You think BPD gets a bad rap? I think BPD gets the rap it deserves. I think BPD's rap is well deserved. Here's the thing. There are some people with borderline who you think aren't that bad because they have quiet borderline and they rage on themselves more than you. But that is not a majority of borderlines. So shout out to you, Cole, for possibly having dated a quiet borderline. But the more a borderline loves you, the crazier they are. I know it sounds funny, but I hope you do believe me. I mean, I believe everything you're saying, Christian. Trust me. There's a girl with antisocial personality disorder that'll come in here sometimes and she'll say the craziest shit. So I believe you that your girlfriend thought she had telekinesis. I'm laughing with you because it's bizarre. I trust you. The truth is I have receipts. I came in on she had telekinesis. Pick you up at 8 tomorrow. Great. Hi, handsome L. Paolo, thank you for the follow. Chris, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Their crazy ex one time rubbed my temples during lovemaking and was saying, "You will be submissive." I mean, we love a dominant king. Where are you from? I live in Orange County currently, California. Can I give some examples and tell you if it's flirting or if he likes me? 100%, Eliza. The fact that he's talking to you, already a good sign that he likes you. They suffer though, and it's not their fault. The giggles are giving me the giggles. Regular size Rudy, thanks for being here. You're so happy, you're welcome. I should have listened to the warning signs when she wanted to put her ex's chicken in the freezer. Fuck, Christian. So Christian, good news. I don't think she has NPD. Bad news. She could 100% be a sociopath. At the very least, she's borderline, Christian. At the very least, your girl's borderline. I don't think NPD. You're cute. Be better, or you come. you're cute. Be better, or you come across like a narcissist. Both diagnosis. With BPD. Are you here to date someone? I'm not here to date someone. Yeah, but he's a dating coach on TikTok, not his main job though. Okay, so he's a dating coach on TikTok. And you guys are talking. You really don't think it's MPD mixed with all those? Christian? The thing with ASPD, antisocial personality disorder, everyone with ASPD also has MPD. So every sociopath is a narcissist, but not every narcissist is a sociopath. So if your ex is a sociopath, she is also a narcissist, yes. But the BPD vibes are strong with this one, for sure. But the telekinesis and the mind control, there's more going on. There's definitely a lot going on there. He slipped and said my name instead of another person's on accident. I have a stupid question. If this is dating advice, Cole, we talk about love and relationships. 100%. Ask whatever you'd like. She also told me she was a mushroom in a past life. Is she Toad from Mario? Were you dating Toad from Mario? What the fuck? MPD and NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. My ex posted a Dead by Daylight clip with the caption, "My dating life." Kelly, hello, how are you? Thank you for being here. Thanks for roaring in here, Kelly. I said I don't like to cook but clean. He said we'd be compatible in that sense. I mean, Eliza, say less. He's over here talking about how compatible you are. What more proof do you need, Eliza? Shoot your shot. But here's the thing, Eliza. Does he wear a backwards hat? If a TikTok relationship coach is wearing a backwards hat, he's full of shit. If your TikTok relationship coach wears a backwards hat, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Has she ever been committed? I mean, she's needs to be. What the fuck? Hello, Jenny. When I went to the ER with her, they asked her a lot of questions. New question. You don't believe in psychics, you mean? Because that word is physics. Do I believe in physics? Yes. Do I believe in psychics? No. What the fuck, Andy? No, I don't believe in psychics. But I think you might be taken, though, and no backwards hat. Hair like mine, even worse. Just kidding. No backwards hat is a good sign. He might be taken, though. Well, Eliza, if he's taken, why the fuck do you want to know if he likes you? I mean, ask him. Ask him. Ask him if he's got a boo. Could you do a lot of normal things if she knew what year? Sorry, autocorrect. I don't believe in physics. It's so funny. Same, to be honest. WWE versus TikTok. WWE SummerSlam winner takes match. Let's go. I'll do a WWE TikTok match. If WWE did like a TikTok thing, I'll be a superstar. Sign me, Triple H. You know? I would 100% be a WWE TikTok superstar. the way, I'm gonna be swanton bombing people. I hope she gets well. This has just been a lot. I get that. That's why I'm still here. I tried saying, "Don't you have a girlfriend to take care of you?" Because he was sick and he didn't reply. I try. He won't say anything about it. So you guys have never talked one-on-one, just in his lives. Eliza, tell us everything. Girl, I'm begging you. So you're the mix between Ken and Superman? I sure am one. I'll spell all the tea Ken knows. I know? I can't think of any relationship person that has hair like me. I don't know if I know, Eliza. My FYP finally got interesting. No one-on-one at all. Got you. I mean, if there's no one-on-one, I wouldn't be super confident he's into you. Like, into you. That doesn't mean he doesn't think you're cute, Eliza. Because that's, I don't know, it's weird. It's definitely weird if you're in a relationship and you're doing a live and a girl's all like, I don't like to cook, but I like to clean. And he's like, that makes us so compatible. That's a very weird. It's a very weird thing to do, you know? My sister always says she's a clairvoyant. I told him, look, nothing's impossible. It's one of those things like, do I believe people are psychic? No. Would I be shocked if one day it's discovered that people are actually psychic? Also no. I wouldn't be shocked. It's kind of how I feel about ghosts. Do I believe in ghosts? No. Would I be shocked if scientists are like, actually, ghosts are real? Some of them just leak into our dimension somehow. I'd be like, oh, that makes sense. You know? Nothing would surprise me anymore. I told him I vented ChatGPT, and he said, AI is a yes man, you can talk to me. AI is a yes man. I like to talk to ChatGPT to challenge some things, I think. I tell ChatGPT to actively disagree with me if it sees any loopholes. I'll give it things that I think, and then I'll ask questions like, what do you think about this? And I'll disagree with it sometimes, even, you know, a little ping pong. But you do have to be worried with ChatGPT being a wingman for sure, yes man for sure. But that's why it's important to understand the core of what you're asking about. Good night, Maddie. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. No, I mean, I speak to him one-on-one all the time. Oh, you do speak to him one-on-one. So you do speak to this relationship guy one-on-one. Got you. You still love clairvoyance on TV. I'm seeing someone with a dead relative starting with an M. Oh, yeah, the clairvoyance from like AGT or something. A beautiful man. Well, thank you. I speak to him outside live almost every day. I mean, Eliza, he seems like a bit of a red flag if he does have a girlfriend. Cole, thank you so much for the hat. His girlfriend just in the chat like, yeah, 100%. Am I a Leo? No. You have 11 more guesses. Am I in a car? recommend a Loveship. And Space, thanks for being here. If you're new here, click the follow button. I appreciate it so much. What is it? What is this? Sometimes her eyes would dart around, and she said she didn't know where she was. I don't know. I don't know, Christian. I don't know what's going on there. Her eyes dart around, and she's like, I have no idea where I am. I am not super educated on the entire scope of psychology and pathology. I got you with attachment styles in the cluster B, though. Can I tell you what's going on with somebody whose eyes are darting and they don't know where they are? No, I can't. I am not educated enough in that realm. Was this a real thing or something to get my attention? It could very well be real. I am not educated enough in that kind of stuff to tell you one way or the other. Try Monday on ChatGPT. Last example. I said how this guy always stares at me and how I asked him to stop. Then told him, and he put a sad crying face. Eliza. I think this... Get your man, girl. Get your man, girl. He sounds like a red flag if he has a girlfriend. If he has a girlfriend, don't get attached, Eliza. doesn't sound like good news. Regular size Rudy, thank you for the follow. Hola, hello. I keep leaving to go to bed, but your voice and eyes are addictive. Thank you. I've been manifesting that. I've been manifesting having an addictive voice and eyes. I'll be going to bed soon too, so you can all go to bed with me. Scruff, thank you for the follow. How tall are you? I am 6'3". Yeah, they just say the most vague nonsense, and someone is like, "Oh my God, my grandpa was named Mark." Yeah, like there's, I forget the guy's name, but there's like this quote unquote mind reader, but he is very transparent in the fact that he does tricks, and he's not actually a mind reader. He's been kind of popping the past couple months, and he shares some of his tricks. Like there's like counting, and when that's your whole shtick, when that's your whole job is to like guess dead people's names, he explained that guessing names is actually a lot easier than you think. If you have people think of a name, you know, like you can like count letters and their eye movement, like all kinds of crazy shit, you know? Like if that's your thing, supposedly, and it makes sense, guessing a name isn't as hard or mind-blowing as it appears. Sagittarius? No. Do you want to battle with me? I don't do battles, but thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I don't know if he just says he has a girlfriend in his live because he's a dating coach, but he's actually single. So he says he has a girlfriend in his live, but he's flirting with you in his DMs. Just flat out ask him, girl. Just flat out ask him in the DMs. Rachel, thank you so much for the rose. A panic attack or a fugue state? Do you like Taylor Swift? I do like Taylor Swift. Nye, thanks for being here. Do you like Taylor Swift? Your battery's on 9%. Back to the present and tell her where she was and say I'm here. If he has a girlfriend, then yeah, it's a no-go. But I don't know. I mean, ask him. It's time to just ask him. This is the longest I've stayed in a live. Well, Rachel, I appreciate you for hanging out with us. Charlie, thank you for the follow. I'm invested. No, Liza, I'm nosy. Sorry. Why are we talking to this man, though? Hello, Chosen One. How are you? I miss when you did the Ken tarot card reading, aka Uno cards. I mean, I still got the tarot cards right here. I can do a tarot reading. Eliza? All right. Let's ask the cards how many children Eliza will have with this TikTok influencer that does relationship advice. And not, for clarity, not this one. This other dude. This other dude that has my hair. Doubt it. Doubt it, though, but whatever, Eliza. We'll believe you. How many children is Eliza going to have? We'll ask the tarot cards. All right, the tarot cards say 4 kids with this guy. Congratulations. Looks like if he has a girlfriend, it doesn't matter, Eliza. Get ready for those quadruplets. Aries? No. There's a lot of cool stuff to it, but people do not think critically at all. So he's literally perfect for me, but initially I just went there for tips. Oh, that's how it always starts. The lady's just here for tips, and then love happens. All I know is that even after all this, she broke up with me and asked for $300 and said it didn't seem appropriate at the time, and she blocked me. The first gift I have ever sent. Express your appreciation. Rachel, I appreciate that rose so much. Doesn't the shady girlfriend stuff make him not perfect, though? I mean, for sure. That's a big imperfection. If this boy is taken and he's talking to you in the DMs, and then she spent a month making provocative videos of herself on here. That was my first time sending a gift. You're special. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for the follows, everybody. An angry post direct towards me, then she returned acting like nothing happened. So sorry, I'm a gay psychiatrist. Well, shout out to gay psychiatrists. Does that explain why I'm here? I mean, I get him saying he doesn't lie because people try to troll him. And he said, so what, did you think my dance video? What did you think of my dance videos? Like she was trying to get me angry. Oh, people will try to discredit him because he's a single dating coach. To protect himself or whatever. I mean, it's definitely an annoying objective. So I could understand why this guy would say he's in a relationship because he's a dating coach, because he just doesn't want to hear the objective. But when you're confident in that shit you talk, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like me, if I'm married, single, taken, if I have 20 wives or 0 wives, doesn't matter. You can take whatever I say with a grain of salt. I'm still right, though. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you want my help or not. I'll give it to you. Take it or leave it. It doesn't hurt me. Just never is. Barracuda, thank you for the follow. Can I guest? No. 4 kids, I'm 33. I mean, better get on it, girl. I don't make the rules. The cards said what they said. Tips of what? Exactly what I told him. He needed someone to take care of him. Because I met the most gorgeous guy ever yesterday and already ghosted him. Looks hard enough. Why did you ghost him, Rudy? Come here then. Matthias, how are you? Yeah, if it was just a looks thing, I wouldn't care, but there's compatibility and looks. Bior, thank you for the follow. How are you? Lily, hi. I told her I'm going to have to keep you in suspense or something like that, and was joking around. Dating coach or betting coach. She took it seriously. I consider myself sniff out their bullshit coach more than anything. I like to help people not waste their time. on people who are incapable of ever truly loving them. Breaking the limits. You know, leaving early instead of wasting years on someone that's never going to love you anyway. He can coach me there too. Do you speak Spanish? I don't. You need a husband? I hope you find one. Thank you for the likes. JR, hello. Annie, welcome. William, thank you for the follow. Juju, hello. Hi, Maddie. He was just really performative about it, like, kept bragging to his friends. Oh. Ken, I'm not back here. It's okay, Maddie. Milton, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I think I'm gonna go to bed. I think I'm gonna go to sleep. Thank you for hanging out with me. Kind of clear my throat, sorry. Can I just be your Barbie at this point? You can come to my dream house. Ever since May 1st haven't talked, she made a lot of angry posts, said I love you to someone else. I'm sorry to disappoint Eliza. But thank you for hanging out with me. I love you all so much. Click the follow button if you're new. Follow me on Instagram at SuperKen, TikTok. Sweet dreams. Thanks for hanging out. Good night, everybody. You're all so wonderful. Have you found this love? Have you found me too? Good night. Good night, Rachel. Good night, everybody. Good night, Rudy. I'll be live again probably maybe tomorrow. We'll see how sad I am. We'll see if I'm still sad tomorrow, and I'll go live. All right, I love you all so much. Good night. Sweet dreams.